So how many of you guys got less than 8 hours of sleep last night?
Yes.
Okay. So at this age during high school and now that we're in college, a lot of us can probably admit to not getting enough sleep most nights. Whether it be you're up late texting in your bed or on Instagram or Twitter, or you're staying up late to do homework, write essays and all of that. So I was thinking about how sleep must be so important if it can leave you feeling physically and mentally just like messed up the next day if you don't get enough of it. So I decided to do some research on why it is so important for you. So many of you probably don't realize how strongly lack of sleep can affect you. So I hope that by the end of this speech you'll be all informed about why sleep is so important and beneficial to our health and well-being, and hopefully make an effort to get more sleep every night. So the main points I will be going over today is going to be how sleep can mentally and healthily and can impact you mentally and physically, and also I'm going to go over some interesting statistics that I found on sleep, and then also some tips on how to get better sleep. So my first main point, according to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute in an article called Why is Sleep Important? Getting enough quality sleep helps your brain function properly throughout the day. There we go. People who are sleep deficient are less productive at work and school, and they take longer to finish tasks, and they have a slower reaction time, and they make more mistakes. So studies show that if you're sleep deficient, you may have trouble making decisions and solving problems and controlling your emotions and behavior and coping with change. So sleep deficiency has also been linked to depression, suicide, and risk-taking. So now moving on to physical health. Also according to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Association in the same article, it states that sleep plays an important role in your physical health as well as your mental health. Sleep is involved in healing and repairing your heart and blood vessels, and ongoing sleep deficiency is linked to an increased risk of high blood pressure, heart and kidney disease, and diabetes and stroke. So sleep also maintains a healthy balance of the hormones that make you feel hungry, which is why sometimes if you don't get enough sleep, you tend to feel hungrier the next day. Moving on to my next main point. So I found a lot of useful and interesting statistics that I never knew about sleep. So one of them being, according to BetterSleep.org, an article titled 16 Things You Didn't Know About Sleep, you need different amounts of sleep depending on what age you are. So for babies, they need 16 hours. For 3 to 12, you need 10 hours. 13 to 18, you need 10 hours as well. And then 19 to 55, you need 8. And then if you're over 65, it says you only need 6 hours. So also what goes on when you sleep is that your brain will recharge itself, and your cells are repairing themselves, and your body also is releasing important hormones. And this one is also interesting. It says, men have dreams about other men 70% of the time, but women dream about women and men equally. So another interesting statistic that I found was that you can die from sleep deprivation before food deprivation. It takes 2 weeks to starve, but 10 days without sleep can kill you. Another one is, these are sleep positions. It says that they may determine your personality. These are the most common positions according to this website. So basically, if you sleep in the fetal position, it says people are gruff initially but have warm and open hearts. If you're in the log position, you're a social butterfly. If you're in the urinary position, you're going to be perceived as open, but you're truly suspicious. If you're a soldier sleeper, you're going to be reserved. And if you're a free fall sleeper, which looks like she's suffocating, I don't know how she's suffocating, you're going to be fun and fantastic at parties. And if you're a starfish sleeper, you're going to be an excellent listener. So, now that I have talked to you guys and told you guys about some interesting statistics, let's move on to my next point. So I've done some research, and I have found lots of tips on how to get the best night's sleep for those of you that aren't getting the amount of sleep that you need. So according to the sleepfoundation.org, in an article titled Healthy Sleep Tips, it says that you should stick to the same bedtime and wake up on time, even on the weekends, because it helps your body to memorize a routine. And also according to the same article, it says you should avoid naps, especially in the afternoon. I love taking naps, so I was sad to hear that. I know, girl. it says you should also give yourself some time to like wind down before bed, and because your body needs time to like shift into sleep mode. So you should spend the last hour before bed just doing things that are like calming and relaxing. And it also says to avoid using electronics because of the bright light. It says that it makes it like your mind just perceives the bright light as like daytime, so it doesn't want to like relax. So moving on, now that I have informed you all about some tips you can all use to get better sleep at night, let's wrap things up. So the role of sleep is so important and beneficial to us in so many ways, and it can affect a lot of us, a lot of different factors in our lives. So I hope that you are all aware of why sleep is so important, and I hope that you're all going to make an effort to maybe get more sleep and the right amount of sleep that your body needs. So first I talked about why sleep plays such a huge role in our physical and mental health. And then I talked about some interesting statistics that I found about sleep, and then I informed you all about some tips on how to get a better night's sleep. So I hope you all will think back to this speech when you are in bed tonight and for the next days to come, and think that maybe like get off your phone and just relax and unwind, and maybe you'll be able to sleep better and get the right amount of sleep that you need and not wake up feeling like crap the next day. Thank you.